How we gonna do this? What a beautiful day it is today. Ain't that right, Stink? Yeah. It is like 70 some odd degrees out here. It is warm, it's sunny out. It's a beautiful day. And what makes it even more of a beautiful day is the fact that today we start the transfer case on the Evo, which is extremely exciting because I have missed this car so much, and so has this guy. We went on a Harbor Freight run, and you know, I needed a slide hammer, so we'll see if that one's enough. And then naturally, while I was there, I'd grab some other little things that I thought could come in handy. So, without any more babbling, we need to get this guy up in the air, get wheels off, pull axles, start getting everything set up. Thursday, so I'm hoping by sundown we'll have everything prepped for the transfer case to come out, and then tomorrow be able to pull the transfer case out, get the new one in, hopefully get everything done by tomorrow evening. So we will see. Get off that. Move back so that we can put the jack stand itself. Oh! You can't jump over it. Oh, bless you. All right, we got the front end jacked up, and we are about ready to start diving into this. So I am really good at doing approximately the most minimal amount of research possible and then screwing myself over. And patterns just haven't changed with this. So we're gonna use our new guy as a reference towards, I know the three up top, I've watched the video on how they're a pain in the ass to get to. Yeah, point it right there. Those are a pain in the ass to get to. But other than that, it looks like we got 6 bolts, our intermediate shaft, drive shaft, and then from there, it's just a matter of wiggling the whole thing out. How easy that's gonna be, we'll see. What he said. So, we are gonna start off with getting wheels off, getting axles out, dropping knuckles, getting the intermediate shaft out, and then drive shaft. And from there, we will start loosening up the mounting bolts, and then we'll see just how bad those go. Get the fuck away from me, I hate all of you. The good thing is that I just replaced these axles like 500 months ago. Wow, that's dirty. And for those who don't know, it's literally you just loosen up your axle bolt and then you just pop them out. It's really so easy. And then you have to, one thing you do have to do is pull your strut bolts that bolt to your knuckle, you know, your usual 2 right there. Pop those off so you can slide your whole knuckle down and out, and then it's just bunk bunk and you're done. All right, so I got my axle out. Well, at least this half out. And now it's gonna be time. Wow, it really looks like shit, but I promise it's a brand new axle. But for back here, you don't wanna just grab and yank, because then you chance ripping this boot, ripping this joint, and fucking yourself over. So what I do, and what worked for me last time, is you bring something in. You can see there's like an opening right where my hand is. Hopefully you can make that out. And you can get a pry bar up right here, wedge it up on the trans, and just pop it out. And then you're good. All right, so a little update. I've been fighting the driver's side for a good hour, and this axle will not come out. I should have put a damn timer on this thing. 2 minutes, passenger side came out. Driver's side, we're about to go back to it. I mean, it was literally first hit, right out, done, no issues. It's right there. You know where it's not? Right there. The driver's side wants to fight. So, all right, so if you guys end up seeing this clip, that means it works. So basically, since I have nothing else, I I'm looping a ratchet strap around this, and I'm gonna try yanking the fuck out of it. And if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna tie a knot right here, hook my slide hammer up to the ratchet strap, and then use that to yank the fuck out of it. And hopefully we can get this damn axle out. You know, personally, I just don't see how this can go wrong. I got her nice tie to the back side of the axle, and we just gonna give her some little gentle little tugs and see what we can make happen here. I should probably loosen that before I break my face. Uh-oh. Slice my thumb open. Well, I have broken the ratchet strap more. The axle's still in there, and I understand that might have not been my smartest decision in the world. All right, we finally got it out. It did take a little bit of carnage on that little lip. Good morning. It is the following day. We got the little man with us, and it is nice out. I even got my damn chicken legs out today. Yesterday we got both axles out, got everything separated. Now we need to get the intermediate shaft out and then start pulling the mounting bolts for the transfer case, pull the drive shaft, and then pull the thing out. You ready? Give me knuckles. Good job. All right, well, so now I'm really irritated. The intermediate shaft came out really easy, by the way. This is not the right transfer case. And the place that I picked this up from is about 10 minutes from my job site, which is an hour and a half away from here. I took a half day from work so I could get this done. I made it all the way home, bought this, and now I get to go all the way back up north to go and swap it out for the right one, to then come all the way back and basically trying to enjoy this really nice day and, you know, have a good time working on my shit. That all kind of got ruined, but we're gonna try to stay optimistic, hurry up and get up there and get this swapped out. So while we're stuck in traffic, I figured I'd give you guys a little update. I'm on the way back right now to the house. The dude, he owned it. It's my fault too, you know, I should have checked it before. So I don't necessarily blame him entirely. We were both, when I went and bought it, it was just like, oh yeah, there it is, okay, cool, transaction, boom, in and out, right? So it is what it is. It's frustrating. I'm frustrated at the situation because I feel like I've wasted the whole day, but I'm not frustrated with them at all. And dude was apologizing profusely, and he had everything ready when I got there. There was just a nice smooth flip-flop back on the road, right? So we should be home by like 3:45-ish. Hoping to have this done tonight, if not tomorrow morning, but we'll see how it goes. I'll check in with you guys when we get back there. Now we finally got the right transfer case. We can start pulling this one out. We made it while it's still sunny and pretty nice outside. So we need to go open up the garage door, and I'm sure Kayla and Grayson will be out here before too long. All right, just a bit of an update. We got the front half of the drive shaft out. So right there. Up in right there. So now that we have that done, I'm gonna save disconnecting the ACD pump or the ACD line till the end, since it's right there and it's easy. So now I want to start taking a look into the mounting bolts or bell housing bolts, however you want to word it. So we got both intermediate shafts out, drive shaft is out. So I think all that is left, at least using this one as our little comparison, is our 6 bolts that actually hold the transfer case on, and then we can start wiggling that thing out. Go right here. So I'll probably take this shield off right there, and then if we go to this side, you can see There's one right there. So that's 1 out of 3. There's number 2 right there. And then number 3, I believe, is back that way. The beauty about having this guy, so we can use it for comparison. Actually, it might have just been those 2. Based on the wear holes on this, almost doesn't look like there's a 3rd. Well, if there is, oh, I'm sorry, here it is. It'll be right there, shooting all the way through.
Great. Do you want to go see Auntie Reed tomorrow?
So underneath the car, ignore that mess. That was from me. I made a mess. You got your 2 bolts right here, and if you look right there, you got, if I can get my finger up to it, right there is your 3 lowers. So those 3 need to come off. You're gonna need to take this bar right here off all the way across, and I would expect I'm gonna have to jack the motor and trans up a little bit to give myself the clearance. I saw some people saying about taking off the downpipe, but I'm gonna try to avoid that just because really no valid reason other than I just don't want to. So we're just gonna try. I've already drained the fluid out of it. All right, so just to give you guys a little bit of an update, it's been a while. Grabbed my neighbor's 1/2-inch impact, shout out to Ronnie, and we have made a whole lot of no progress. So these top bolts, they were not kidding, and they said it was rough. Let me see if I can get her to zoom in. See, that one over there will not break loose, and then that one back there that you can kind of see, that one came off just fine. And then the 3rd one, which is over here, I'll show it on the one out here. So, where's it? There you go. So this one right here in the car will not come out. This one came out just fine. This one also will not come out. Those are the 2 that I have been fighting, and I am all out of extensions. So, I'm having a great time. I really want to get the transfer case out tonight, so tomorrow morning it can be a matter of getting it all back together. But it's whooping my ass. And all of the bottom bolts are broke loose. I haven't taken them all the way out yet, but they are broke loose. Once I can get these top ones out, then I'll get the ACD line off, and then get those bottom ones out. And hopefully from there we can then just slide the thing out. It's just a matter of doing the do. What an absolute bitch this thing is. Like, it literally, it's just like getting tighter and tighter. Not necessarily tighter, it's just not getting looser. It's moving. Oh man, this motherfucker's tight. Whew. All right, we got a little update. Finally got all of the top bolts off. Finally. The hardest one to fight is this guy right here. And if we bring you over to the light, see if we can get you to focus any, you can see if there's a, there you go, you can kind of see it right there. There was, she was ripping threads out from somewhere. So this is dry, and it's very possible I might just have an extra bolt at the end of this job, but we'll see. Now we can get the one that I had forgotten about. Oh, I've got to keep talking so I don't get copyrighted. Is this one right here. We got to take this guy out, and then get the rest of the bottoms out, and then the fun part. All right, here is that other bolt. That last one that needs to come out is facing the opposite direction back here. See, look, you got your 2 lowers right there. Run yourself up, and there she is. I should probably get like 4 tetanus shots by now, but am I going to? Nah. For those who don't know, right here is your fitting for the ACD fluid, or AYC, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The A fluid. Right there, you just disconnect that, and then take this whole bracketeer down, depending on what all you got with your purchase. But yeah, it's just this whole assembly comes out, and then it comes out with the transfer case. Well, it appears that there are in fact consequences of my own actions. It's being the way, but that is okay. You know, ever since I've started working on cars, I've always wanted to test a theory. Well, let me rephrase. I've always been testing a theory of, will the half-assing work? Will it save time? Will cutting corners save time? And you know, I've been doing this study, like I said, since I started working on cars, since I was 14, 15, whatever. And you know, so far, there is not a single time that cutting corners has saved me time or money. I'm gonna keep trying though. So, little update. The not taking the downpipe off has boned me. So I'm in the process of taking that off right now. And then the other part where I cut corners is I'm gonna out myself for being a lazy sack of shit, and then it biting me in the ass later on. Is the I was hoping I had enough slack in my O2 wiring to where I could. So where this theory has stemmed from, or not theory, but where the like conversation of the theory stemmed from, is I had to take the downpipe out, right? I didn't want to take it out because I was being a lazy sack of shit. And then it bit me in the ass, so now I have to take it out. In the process of taking it out, I was like, I think I have enough slack on my O2 sensor wire to where I don't have to get out from under this goddamn car to get the O2 sensor socket. And that I would be able to like kind of like finagle it to come out and around and then just kind of like dingle dangle out of the way. There's not enough. So now I have the socket, and now I'm gonna pull my O2 sensor so that way I can pull the downpipe entirely out, and then we can get the transfer case out. I don't always make the best decisions, but hopefully it's at least pretty entertaining, and then y'all can learn from my mistakes, that way you don't have to do it yourself. And then also shout out to Ronnie for letting me use his impact and his spotlight. You're a real one, I appreciate you. But yeah, so there's the update. So downpipe's gotta come out, and then transfer case will come out. Hopefully. And then we can put it all back together. But that'll probably wait till morning, so I'm getting sleepy. Alright, so just another little update. I am still fighting, trying to get some more clearance in there for it to snake through. So what I'm gonna try to do is take the subframe bolts, one right here and one right here, and I'm gonna try to just loosen the subframe down on this side to let it drop just enough to give me the clearance to let that thing just fall right out. Alright, so I haven't had much luck with raising up at the oil pan with a 2x4 and like trying to jack the motor up. So I was watching a video, I'll tag the video down below, but what they did was they jacked it up on the front side of the motor here. I'm assuming took out this motor mount bolt and then jacked the front up, and it pivoted, or I got pivoted? Yeah, whatever. Rotated the motor enough for the transfer case to fall down. So I'm gonna take this bolt out, put my jack under it, jack up the front of the motor, and see if rotating it that way will help, and see if we can finally get this thing out of here. Dog, we are right there. It is so close. It's just that one little corner that's fighting me. That is the only part keeping this whole fucking thing in here. What an absolute pain in the dick. I'm gonna try to pull it like towards me, and the problem is that damn heat shield in the way it looks like. Right there. So that heat shield is what's preventing the whole thing from sliding over. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. As you can see, there is still the new transfer case out here, and the new one in there, almost out. I don't know if I described it last night, but the part that's fighting me is this one little nipple right here. Will not come out. That's the only thing holding it in. So what I'm gonna do is I had it jacked up with that motor mount as high as it can go. Trying not to take it all the way out, but I think I'm gonna have to just take that motor mount all the way out so I can raise the motor just a little bit more and finally get it plopped down. It's out, finally. I didn't film it, but it's out. So I'm gonna show you guys where my fucker-upperies was, so that way you don't do the same. So one of my biggest problems that I was fighting was this piece, like this end right here was stuck on the oil pan and just would not drop below, right? So I'll get under here and show you. Oh, fuck. it was stuck right on this lip right here, right in this general area, and it wouldn't right through, right? So what I did was I would jack the car up right here and as much as I can without taking this motor mount out. And frankly, I don't know what I was thinking at that point. It was late. I should have just taken the bolt out, but it was like seized and lined up all wonky. So I was trying to avoid taking it out altogether because I knew it'd be a bitch to put back in. So then finally this morning, I was like, all right, whatever, I'm just gonna take that bolt all the way out. And it finally gave me the clearance where I could go up more, and I was able to drop it right out. So once you get all of your bolts out, see, look, there's your 6 right there. Okay, you do that, do your drive shaft, all the other shit that was earlier in the video. Take care of that, and then just take the bolt out. It will make your life so much easier. Take the bolt out. I just have a piece 2x4 on this point on the transmission right here. If you can see it, jack it up right there, and from there it'll rotate the motor enough to where you will have plenty of clearance to slide it out. So now that that's finally done, we can catch our breath and then fight getting the new one in by ourselves, which is going to be really interesting because I think I recircumcised myself when I pulled this one out, but it's fine, we'll figure it out. This one did not come with a dust boot, so it's literally, you just take a little flathead, pop it up nice and gentle, it comes right out, and then slide it onto the new one. So we may as well just knock it out real quick. I just need to get all of that cleaned out before we throw it on. And then from there, we'll be ready to put this guy in the car. What you're looking to do is just get it flush. Use a soft mallet, just tap it right in. It's nice and flush all around, and just like that, we are good to go. So I think the best plan of attack here, what I'm gonna do is I'll get the transfer case in, and I'm gonna get it up close into position, kind of let it teeter-totter there, and then I'm gonna lower the motor down so it like locks it into place and I don't have to worry about it falling back out. From there, all I gotta focus about is lining it up with the transmission and getting the bolts in. All right, so my neighbor, his name is Ronnie. I now officially owe him a voluptuous smooch when this shit is done, because he's also letting me use one of his jacks so I can pivot the transfer case and make life significantly easier with this fucking thing. And then what I also did to try to help is that bell that was on here that I just took off and put on that one, I took it back off to hopefully get a little more clearance. So hopefully that'll help. And if it does, I will let you guys know, but I think it will. All right, so while we're paused here, just show you kind of what I'm working with. You can see just how close it is to clearing on this side. So we just got to get it scooted forward a little bit more and get it to rotate. It's right there. So now that I'm over here and I can actually see, this should go much better. I don't want a chance of forgetting this. So we were able to get it up past that lip. What I did was took the transfer case and rotated it this way and then kind of tilted back. And if you run it like right along this edge, you could just barely get it up above and then rotate it back and it almost locks it into place. Now we are pretty open. So we're gonna try jacking it up and get this bitch rest the way in. Again, I'm really sorry if that camera angle sucks, but hopefully this is pretty informative. We got everything above the subframe, and oh wait a minute. Fuck. Well, we got the hard part above the subframe. Both back there above. This has free range. So we're gonna drop this motor down now and get that back where it's supposed to be. Quick little update. We are almost in. We are so close. Ah, what a pain in the ass. I was able to get it to rotate up and in, and then lower the motor down. Got the motor mount bolt stuck through, so that kind of locked everything up. And then from there, I was able to switch jacks around because that one didn't go high enough. And just like that, we are in. We are in there, almost like swimwear. It's all seated, it's all good. But yeah, what I had to do was I had one hand over here pushing and like getting it level, and the other hand up here on the drive shaft side going up and down. And from there, I was able to finagle it right into place. Just for if any of y'all are having trouble with the same thing, getting it to line up, you just kind of got to play with it, and eventually it just locks right in. So now that we got the new one in, I want to show you some of the 3 like little things that really fought me. Oh, excuse my finger. The whole time. My previous one didn't come with this bump stop. New one did, but if yours has this, just take that off. It will save you a lot of room. This dust boot right here, take this off as well, because one of the things I was fighting me with this lip kept getting caught up at the firewall right here, and that was causing me a lot of issues. So highly recommend taking this off. All it is just take a little flathead back here and just tap it out, and it comes right off, no issues. The third thing that was in my way of little things that I didn't account for is right at this power steering line right here, there's a heat shield that goes right there. Let me see, is it within arm's reach? Yes. All right, so you got this heat shield that goes and sits something kind of like that, right? And that was also in my way because it was blocking me from being able to rotate the transfer case over this way when I needed to. So also recommend taking this off. It's just 2 10mm bolts. You can see one on the right side, one on the left right here. You just take those 2 off, this comes right out. That will save you a lot of headache as well. Right, and then I think I already showed you guys, but the motor mount right there at the front of the motor, more or less like motor and trans where they mate, right there, you want to take that bolt out and jack up the front of your motor or your trans. I used that little like block right here. I used right there. That was where I jacked all mine up and it worked good. So those are just a couple things to look out for. I've already been putting shit back together. I got my AYC line back hooked up. I just need to tighten that down. My subframe bolts are tightened back down. So now it's just the reassembly process, just undoing everything that I just did. Good morning. It's another day. I went working on this thing pretty late last night. Some friends came over and there was a lot of alcohol involved and I didn't really film any of it. But we have everything done. It's all back together. I added fluids. All is good. So all we have to do now is throw wheels back on. I have the ACD fluid, which is this SP3 ATF. So what we're gonna do is top that off, and then More Automotive taught me a trick on how to bleed it at home. I actually have a note of it up over here of what fluid we need. Hold one wheel, spin the other, crack bleeder until steady fluid. So it should be pretty shit simple. We'll see what happens, and after that we will be able to drive it. So we need to get wheels on, get the trunk opened up, make some space back there, and then start getting after it. And he is already locked into finding his little bolts. Hi, Stink. Hi. Alright, so ignore my mess back here, but if you ever don't know where your ATF reservoir is, or ACD reservoir is, it's right here, passenger side of your trunk. We're gonna jack all 4 wheels up. There's them. Jack all 4 wheels up, and then start it. From there, we need to hold one wheel still, rotate the other. That's what activates the pump. then we crack the bleeder valve on the transfer case. And once we see steady fluid coming through with no air bubbles or anything, just like bleeding brakes, once it's all a steady stream coming out, that's how you know we're good. Top off fluid, and then we are finally done. Uncle Jake and everyone's taking a ride. And then while we're here, I have a minute to show you, just so you guys can see where. So here's your transfer case right here. Right there, that is your ACD bleeder screw right there. Ignore the mess, I was spilling a lot last night. But yeah, this is the bleeder screw that you're gonna crack and let drain until there's no air pockets. Yeah. It's been a long time since we've heard that, huh? That took like no time. I just had it up to here, drop down to there. So we're just gonna top it off. I didn't see any air pockets and it was blowing real smooth. So we'll top that off and then see if we're good. It feels so different because I haven't been in this thing in so long.
I hear that too.
What is going on, guys? It's me from the future. Just wanted to come in and give a proper outro to the video and not leave you guys fully hanging. Just want to let you guys know that the transfer case swap was successful on the car. I got to make this kind of quick because the hand of God is about to come down. But transfer case swap was successful. Everything was good on that front. The clunking sound is coming from the rear of the car. Next video, you'll see me going through and chasing after every last little thing on this. I don't remember exactly how much I recorded, but yeah, you guys will see all of me chasing it down and wound up being something simple. And I believe the clunking that we're hearing at the end of the video is actually what led me to believe that it was the transfer case to begin with. So it's a whole thing. Stay tuned for part 2 where we actually dive in, troubleshoot, fix the Evo, and get it back on the road. If you guys like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope I was able to help you guys out with seeing how to do a transfer case swap on the Evo 10. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Take care.